everyone, you're watching Jana Effects. In this video I'm going to make technical analysis for the coming week. We will have a look as usual at main pairs, important levels and my possible entry points. And we are starting with euro dollar. It is, well, let's go to 4-hour chart so we can see the main picture, what actually happened this week and what I will be looking for this coming week. So that's the view. We stopped here previously, and pretty much, you see guys, I was expecting the pair to go down, and that's what happened this week. So it's a little bit went up, you see, and then turned around. So pretty much created another top. So that's what on the daily chart you can see, guys. That's what I was telling you about before. Creation of possible head and shoulders pattern. You see right now we have a bit of a shoulder. This looks like a double top, and that's another shoulder. So, and once again, I will have a look at this as a possibility for euro dollar to go down. So I'm more a little bit towards that. Of course, you can see it's a bit complicated because it's at the same time it actually was creating a little bit of upside down head and shoulders here. Of that movement down. So you see it was a little bit looking towards going up, but at the same time it's still looking towards downtrend. So you see I have used the stops and that bottom to actually trying to put pair into a downtrend channel, and so that's why I'm still looking for it to go down. And we have created right now a little bit of also a possible double top. Maybe it will be a little bit of a diamond, because let's say that head and shoulders, let's say at this moment is double top. It was looking like a little bit of the shoulder and the head, and you see it's broke, so it looks a little bit like a diamond pattern. So at this moment I will be looking where to place my orders. So let's say with the opening of the market, if it's not going to be any jumps, I would probably see it's a little bit consolidating, just a little bit, and then I will be looking at placing the orders. And at this point, I would be more looking placing the orders for sale. So pretty much, and then see where it go to, for example, next level, and maybe it will have a bit of consolidation here, correction, who knows, and then continue the way down. So that's how I see it is a number one, and of course, possibly if it will try to turn around and go up, so then we will see where it will be stopping once again, maybe at the previous stops, somewhere in the middle, and then for some consolidation, and then possible continuation of the way up. So that would be the second possibility. Then I will be looking at possible entry points somewhere around here. But this moment I'm still more towards going down, so that's how I see it. And now we're going to pound dollar. Okay, the pound dollar, it went up. Actually, I was more expecting going down, except I was telling you guys that of course the correction could have been possible, and there was nothing pretty much again on the news. Kinda there was of course some news about from Bank of England. They were looking into possibility of negative rates or something. At this moment it's hasn't changed, and so that's why I still look towards pound to sell. Okay, looking for more opportunities to sell. I didn't look to buy this week. And so what we have on a bigger time frame, just remember guys, also I was telling you, right, we were here, so I'm making a smaller picture where we had consolidation, and then I was telling you about that area previously that I saw pound a bit in this area. So right now it might actually stuck again a little bit for consolidation before some more news about Brexit deal. So that's why it was not a surprise that it had a bit of a correction, just like you see in this area, like it did here before, except that was on the way up, so now it's on the way down. That's why I wouldn't be surprised. So it, for example, continue way down. Maybe it will have a bit of correction again, and it might create a double bottom. And if the positive news, of course, it might then jump up. And if there is nothing good, then it might just, sit in here. And this could be a possible breaking point on the way down. So that's, you see, if we will have a look a little bit more. So this looking like October, November. Well, it kind of looks like a little bit too much. Previous, pretty much before, it can, if it will be in this area, so you see it's about like a bit of October. So it's all going to depend on what kind of news are going to be there. So because you see previously we had a bit of the consolidation here for quite a while, so they quite easily can just ignore that level and just stuck between these levels once again in the area before the news, bad news down or good news up. So that's why right now I'm just would be looking again to sell. And of course, if there is anything super unexpected, then it can change the picture. But right now, you see, guys, it's started to break out already. So that was an entry point, right? So all this with the levels pretty much the same, and started to go down. So from now, of course, is because it's already on the way. So that was entry point. You need to wait for this to see. Maybe it will go back up again for a little bit of a pullback, let's say, start to consolidate here or jump inside, and then I will be looking to place order sell. Maybe it will just have a straight consolidation and then continue the way down. Of course, it might just fall yet again, but I still think it will have a little bit of consolidation or something. Maybe it'll get just to that level and then have a bit of maybe correction or something. But anyway, so at this moment I will be just looking towards selling, more option to sell. So without anything unexpected, okay? Dollar yen. So finally, you see, guys, it's broke, and it was right here. And again, nothing unexpected. It fall because it was in a downtrend channel. It had a bit of a correction. It didn't go all the way using the previous tops. You see, with the bigger downtrend channel. So it just decided to break out here earlier, which I was telling you that we are accumulating and accumulating here, but it was nothing like previous week. It was just sitting and sitting, and then finally it's got strength to just fall and has a good move. So now, of course, the question is, when is it going to turn around? At this moment, it's reached the previous bottom, right? So like quite a good bottom, breaking all the previous ones, and that's exactly where I was telling you I'm expecting it to go, breaking those levels first and then down to next one. So, and from here, it's again complicated, right? So we have been here so many times, is in history. It's been stopped by that level so many times, and yet again it's here. Pretty much with a good candle. I mean, okay, we had here a good candle, and it was a green one and turned around. So here it was pretty much just touching that level, and so that's why here it could be a danger that it might break and actually continue the way down. And we have a really good here wing, so that's which it easily can fill in that, and like just go down and down, you know, and actually finish this and actually go right to the bottom, okay, of the previous big bottom, which I was also saying a long time ago. Well, we still go around here somewhere. I was telling that it's more looking like actually the pair might go down and even like get to that point. So that's why here, guys, if you just want to jump into the buy, which people did, obviously it's quite dangerous, because, well, depends if you're not trading with stops and will be trading like a long term, then yeah, it's if you buy here and it continue the way down, you then just need to calculate. You see how far it can go, what you can do. You see it can go like 300 pips, and all the way to the next one is like 500 pips. Okay, so let's say that would be a huge fall if it can be. It can be possible, just like I was telling you, because at this moment we still have a bit weak dollar and no president, right? Like election yet. So that's why I will not be surprised if it can continue the way down. So like say September, October, and closer to November to the election, and then it will be started to turn around. So that would be a little bit my view that what can happen. Of course, we never know. Let's just see what kind of the short term, what to look for. Of course, the first signs of turning around. So you see, it's even the smaller one, we're in a downtrend. It started to have a little bit of turnaround, and of course, I will be looking at. You know, I'm not usually like to buy at the level straight away or sell at the level straight away, which is actually could have been. You know, if you just like would have placed the orders and use my EA like I'm using, just take some pips, you know, like just a quick jump in, jump out, then yeah, it's good. But if you're looking for something long to see term, then of course you need to see how long you want to hold it for. And so the first time, of course, we'll be looking at here, right? So it's created a little bit of the bottom. So we had bottom and bottom and bottom. So of course we'll be looking at possible double bottom, right? Or maybe it is a shoulder and this is the head, and then you will see maybe it will go up and give you a shoulder, and then there would be a little bit more of the signs of the change in the direction, right? So we see at this moment it's pretty much nothing. So I draw it like this. So let's say here it might just have a bit of consolidation, and from here you see it might break and go up, or it might actually break and continue the way down inside this channel again. So that's why for me possible, of course, when it's such a big drop, you would expect a bit of a better correction, right? So when is it going to be? So if it will have a good correction somewhere, then of course you might look again to sell. So that's why, for example, for my possible entry points, okay, this looks like starting really nicely, but of course I need to see how far it is to the next level. It's very close. It's only like something 20 pips. I need at least 30 to get my 10 pips. So that's why I'm not sure if I will be looking at possible entry points in here. So we will see. Maybe it will go down again and start to consolidate a little bit lower and lower around this top. Maybe then we will have a look. I will have a look at it, a possible entry point. So at this moment, it's just giving me like not very much. So let's see. Like I'm saying, I will be looking at possible, considering if it's the first signs of some reversal, is the head and the shoulder is going to be still double bottom. Okay, so then maybe I will try to get into something here. So we will see. Like I'm saying, but it's very dangerous either buy or sell. If it's you buy and it goes further down without stops, is not very good, and yeah, it can turn around. So well, that's my point. Let's just see a little bit more in here what this is going to do, and then we will look at what's next. Australian dollar. Well, Australian dollar didn't make a huge move. You see, that's the week. It's very messy, I'd say. That's my point. It was trying to break out. You see, it's created a bit of a head and shoulders upside down. So it was trying to get up, but didn't get strength. It started to get a bit more lower. So that's why I would still looking more towards downtrend. So turning around. So I could, you see, connect the two tops in the bottom. So pretty much here, guys, is easy entry point for me. If it will get into this area, so that way I will be placing odd levels. Okay, so of course I would possibly I will just place the sell order from this level. Maybe I'll place both directions, because yes, it might, turn around and go up. Even though I think more towards down, breaking out and continue the way down. So let's say either way, if it will go down, of course, then we will see if it will stop somewhere in the middle for some small consolidation, or maybe a little bit of correction, or continue the way to the next level back into the bigger downtrend, uptrend channel. Or if it will go up, of course, then we will see if it will go into the previous area. You see that price level, right? And then start to have a consolidation here, or maybe jump a little bit higher. So then I will look at other possible entry points. So here you see with Australian dollar slightly better possible entry point. Euro pound also, like I told you, watch out what's happening with pound dollar. And pound dollar was going up, so correction, and euro pound was going down, also giving a bit of a correction. So, and once again in here, I'm still looking towards more, well, it had a correction, so now I would expect go back up again. Well, maybe giving us a double top, who knows, so maybe it will just stuck in here for a while before something else happens, and then it will go either up or down. So at this moment, you see it's forming kind of a bit of a double bottom. And so pretty much, let's say, if it will start, I think I might even draw this. If it will start to have a bit of consolidation here in this area, that would be a good entry point. So you see, guys, from here, it's a good run to the, like, let's say, to the bottom 40 pips, go back up now 100 pips, and of course going down is now 100 pips. So that's my possible entry point. So that was easy with euro pound, dollar Canadian. Okay, for our chart also, pretty much like I was telling you, the first signs it gave us of the change in the direction. It has upside down head and shoulders, and I see it's created a shoulder. So that was my first concern, if it will give us a shoulder. So right now I see it more towards up. Okay, and well, at the same time, it still can give us the bottom, but at this moment, I would say my number one position is we are going to continue way up. And you see, it's tried to break out from this little bit of the channel where I told you we started to sit here, and I said it probably might, we were here, right? So I was saying it might probably finish it, and it would be a little bit more inside the channel. So, and then for going up, it didn't have enough strength though this week, because also oil had a little bit of correction, and we will have a look at it later. But that might give a little bit of strength to Canadian, so that's why it didn't give dollar to strength to continue the way up, to break out this neck area. See, that's a little bit of the area where we want to break out and to go up. So, well, my possible entry point would be around this area. So you see, I have two tops, and plus minus where it will have a bit of consolidation. Then I will be looking for possible placing the buy orders more towards buying. We'll have also see what's happening with oil at the same time, and yeah, at this moment I will be probably looking more towards buy. And so if it will go, then we will see where it's going to stop at this level. Maybe it will break, go even higher. Maybe it will just touch it and then have a bit of correction. And then we will see what to do somewhere in the middle for the next possibilities, right? Of course, if it will fall, then we will see it might just stuck in here once again in this area. It would be a little bit more complicated way to look for possible entry points. So that's why at this moment I will not look at it. If it will fall, then we will see what's going to happen next. At this moment I'm looking at still going towards the up movement. So okay, now let's go to gold. Well, once again, guys, just like I told you, there is no fuel for gold to move, right? There is nothing there to make it move up or down. As I warned you in here, I looked more towards it going down, right? When we were here, it's a 4-hour chart. Actually, you can see at the end of the week, it ended up exactly where I thought it will be, at the bottom, right, and here somewhere, or maybe further I wanted to go. But I told you that it might jump up or maybe jump down, and you see it's jumped up, okay? So it had a little bit of jump, but didn't go too far as expected, pretty much, and just like stopped here, gave us a little bit of the double top. You see, guys, double top, so we could have sold here a little bit, and then now it's like stopped here, not breaking. So on what's now? It's still not picking up the any directions. Of course, on a, let's say, a short term, it's looking a bit like a shoulder to me, double top, this a little bit of the shoulder. So from here, you can see I could connect a bit more of the tops, and I'll still look for gold in this situation that it should go down. Okay, so still will be towards going down. Now explain a little bit more why, because you can see on the other hand, we have another level up and up. So it's an uptrend channel, you can say. Yes, so it could be a small uptrend channel, and from here you will probably look to buy. So you see, guys, very complicated once again, buy or sell. So that's why I like to place the orders both directions with the distance, up distance and distance down, and wherever it's going to trigger, it will continue the way down or will trigger and continue the way up. But why I'm a bit more towards downtrend, so I will explain, I will show you my thoughts. You see, guys, we have tops, right? And they're a little bit lower, and these are the wings. And that's why the bodies, if we connect the bodies, that's why they're showing me a little bit more. You see, if I'll take the bodies and bodies, so it looks more like going down. And this level is going up just based on those wings. But if I'll take that level also and start to connect actually the bodies of the candles, then you see we are not in an uptrend channel, we are actually in a triangle. So you see it's more like a triangle-ish. And that's why here, for example, it might break and then get back to the same tops again, right? So not going like we were thinking, oh yeah, it's breaking, so it will continue the way up. But no, guys, you see that it's very, very tricky, and it can end up like this. So it might go up, yeah, and then go down again and then break. So you see, or maybe like jump up here, get into this and break, or consolidate a little bit more and then break down here. When you will be thinking, oh yeah, I'll buy, and I'll just go and like hold it all the way up to, like, let's say back to next level, like 1987 something. 88. So that's why it's very complicated right now. It's understandable because there is nothing for gold to make a big move again, to jump out from here, but it's getting narrow. As you can see, we are narrowing, and that was also very complicated. As you can see, guys, we had one top, then another top, now another top. So it's like I'm not even going to use this anymore. I think that level is just no more use of it, so I'm going to get rid of it. Because we are now into this little area to see what is it really? Is it really uptrend, or is it really just a triangle? So that's why pretty much here, of course, on a smaller time frame, we'll have a look a little bit what we have here. You see, it's pretty much nothing, and it's tried to jump out, it gives us a little bit of breaking, and it came back. That's why I think if we will just sit in here, then of course it quite possibly go break up or down, but I'm still looking more a bit towards the downtrend. So I still see this going inside and probably breaking it and continue the way down. So that's why this would be my possible first entry point, guys, in here. If it's not going to jump and do something like that, and then we will see if it will jump out from this level where it starts to consolidate a bit more, plus minus. So then we will see, because you see here, guys, is also a little bit of the tops, except I would still probably look at it to more even something like that. No, I would still consider that it had a bit of a jump and returned into this. So we will see. So around this area. Okay, so that's my view on gold, pound, yen. Well, this is just the main picture. We were in an uptrend channel. You see, we broke and we were sitting in here all week, and nothing was pretty much happening, guys. You see, but I was telling you, still would be looking more towards sell, and it's broke a bit and came back, and now it's looking like possible continue the way down. So I mean, at this moment, what can I say? That was a breaking point, that level, okay, where I was telling you guys. So here I would be looking at placing the sell order. So you see, it was one sell and then there's another sell. So at this moment, you need to see where it's going to go, because you know I'm not waiting for long movements. So for short ones, so jump in, jump out, and from here, if we will go back, let's say, start to consolidate again, or maybe jump back in, who knows, and start to consolidate, or we'll continue to the next level. So we need just to wait for this movement to continue somewhere, and then to see what's to do next, because that was your entry point. Well, my entry point, okay? So that was the entry point, and now I wouldn't do anything, just wait. Okay, and so oil, guys, so that's the what happened, right? That's why the dollar Canadian had a little bit of the change in direction. It gave a little bit of kind of double to bottom, right? And you see it had a correction, but it stopped here. Well, reached the previous level, right? One of the areas. And so what's now? So now I could connect once again two tops. Actually, I could connect three tops. You see that top and that top. And this actually gives a bigger picture of the downtrend now, right? So that's why here I would presume it should continue the way down. That's technically, okay? So technically looking, we got inside the downtrend. So, and so that's why, for example, looking like a good area. So if we start to consolidate, I would have looking at possible, you know, to sell from here and then go wherever, let's say to this level. Well, higher than, yeah, so maybe if it will go in here and then just start to sit in here, it may go back up again, or it might just, you know, break it and continue the way down. But at this moment, this would possibly be an entry point. I mean, of course, for example, I could have, if it will start a consolidation, it might go into a little bit channel, get out from it, then this area, possible, you know, like the buy again and the sell from here. But at this moment, it's looking a little bit more towards downtrend. Okay, so at this moment, it does look like it should fall. So pretty much, you see, guys, that can help with dollar Canadian. If it will consolidate here and started to fall, the oil, then I will be looking for dollar CAD to buy. Yeah, so if it will break and actually started to move up, then of course dollar Canadian will, I don't think, going to make a good move. It will just start to be in the side again, in the flat, like up, down, up, down. So hopefully it will fall, and then we can do something else. Okay, so that's my view on the market, guys, for the coming week. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, of course. I didn't send any screenshots this week to Telegram because I didn't feel well this week again, guys. Yeah, my health is not wasn't very good this week. I had some trades, so it was quite a good trading week, but not a lot, and so that's why I just didn't have any energy to do anything, nothing to record during the week. And I promised to do a video with yield notes with cryptocurrency. It will be a little bit delayed because, like I said, I was thinking, but because I don't feel well, I just not into it. But hopefully I will get a bit better, and we will continue as usual. And I will try to send more screenshots next week. Okay, so happy trading, everyone, and I see you next time. Bye!